Let's wait for my sister. Happy Saturday. Happy Black History Month. Get you some sunshine. There she is. Hey, sister.
Hi. Hello, sister. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And everyone else who might be here, good afternoon.
Everyone else.
Everyone else in the group chat, welcome to the Growers group chat.
I was just saying, we got to enjoy some of the sunshine while it's here, so I decided to sit out in it a little bit. Hopefully the audio will be okay.
Sounds just fine to me.
Awesome. I was watering. I was going to start watering. I started watering some of my plants outside, but then I realized what time it was, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I got to get on live.
Yeah, I have no idea how it's 2 o'clock right now.
Right?
Yeah.
So much done already and so much still to do.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I feel my hair thinning in my stress places already. Just thinking about it.
I'm Keisha. She may not want to introduce herself, but I'm Keisha.
Hi, Keisha.
I'm at Growing Where I'm Planted on YouTube, and I'm growing in South Florida, Zone 10. I'll introduce her since she's... This is my twin sister, Letitia. She's at Farmer Letitia on YouTube. She's growing in South Georgia, Zone 9.
Let me...
That was great.
I'm not in South Georgia. I'm also not in Zone 9. I'm growing in Georgia. I'm in Zone 8B. It might as well be 9. 8B. 8.
You said you're not in South Georgia? Or
No,
what,
I'm
Georgia?
not.
Okay.
Georgia. I'm in Georgia. I'm not in South Georgia, but I'm
South
in Georgia.
Florida. My mistake, South Florida, Georgia. Okay, sorry. I'll work on your intro.
Do better.
Yeah, I'll do better. I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what'd you do for your self-reliance today, sister?
Oh my gosh. I'm actually in the middle of... Can you see this?
Move it over more towards your body.
Hold on, I'm dripping. I'm hydrating some coconut coir currently.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was doing. I just filled up some cups because I succession sow every week, winter or spring stuff, but I'm skipping it this week because I'm going out of town tomorrow. But I'm going ahead and hydrating these coconut cores because it takes a little while for them to hydrate, and I'm really impatient. So I'm hydrating the coconut core now so that when I get back next week, it'll already be hydrated and I can just go ahead and start sewing my cups. So that's what I was doing. And I had an idea last night.
Oh no. Yeah.
One of the other things that I used for my pet deer on my old farm were solar lights. So I pulled up some of my solar lights that I have out here at the suburban homestead, and I'm gonna try putting those out at the farm next week to see if perhaps those solar lights will deter my deer.
They're solar.
Deter. I can never say that word.
They're motion lights. So when things move, they flick on, so it looks like somebody's flashing a light on the animal. I have those too. I like to use them.
Yeah. The ones I'm putting out are actually not motion censored. They're just solar lights. But because it's really dark out there on the farm, I'm hoping that just having lights.
Spotlight the food to eat?
Yeah, they're like they come up from the ground. They're like lanterns.
Yeah. You give
But
them.
they're not motion.
I know, but okay. So they can
I
see
do.
the buffet. You're saying.
I had some, sister, that were motion, but the ones that I'm putting out this week are not the motion ones. They're just the regular pop
Yeah.
lights, basically, that are solar. They have little solar panels on the top, so during the day they are charging, and then when the sun goes down, they just stay lit up.
And so you're thinking that might deter deer because they'll see that there are lights on over there and think there might be humans. Don't even come over here. Not like the Krispy Kreme sign lit up.
Right. Hopefully, it has the opposite effect of Krispy Kreme
Yeah.
because they're used to living in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere out there, there's like no lights. So
Yeah.
I'm hopeful
You're
that
right.
if they see lights, they'll be like, okay, we don't want to go over there because that means people are, or probably people are over there. We'll go somewhere else where it's dark,
With you.
where they can't see us. so, so yeah, I'm gonna try that. So I went out and got my solar lights so I can load those in the car. I finished up all my most of. The only thing I have to do left for meal prep is making my popcorn for my trip.
I'm
But
gonna meal prep so that I can actually take Sunday off.
yeah, so I finished meal prepping for today or for my trip for this week because I don't cook when I'm gone at the farm. One, I just don't have energy. Two, I don't have time. And three, there's no food out there to cook because there's no grocery stores because I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I have to prepare all of my food that I want to eat before I leave and then take it with me. So that's what I was working on today. And I also checked on my nursery plants. I've got some true leaves now.
On what?
On my parsley, cilantro, sage, and mustards. My dragon tongue mustard.
Okay. I just sowed some cilantro today. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
I thought it
I I expect.
some seeds you gave me, so I sowed those.
Oh, good. Yeah, those are really. They're fresh. They've been really fertile. Like I haven't had no issues with none of them. They go because those are from last season.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're really fresh. Yeah, I forgot I gave you some of those. Man, I had a lot of seeds
Yeah.
because I also gave away some seeds, and I've been sowing a bunch for me. I forgot that I also gave you some. That was a lot of seeds. Um, yeah, I expect a lot of growth next week because it's going to be warmer. It's going to be like 70,
Yeah.
70, 80 degrees next week. So I expect to get a good amount of growth on a lot of the stuff that I sowed in these last couple weeks. So that's exciting.
This is exciting.
What have you done for your self reliance today?
I sowed the cilantro. I sowed 2 solo cups of cilantro. I just multi-sowed them into these cups. And so I
Nice.
2 of these cups, and then when they're ready, when they're a good size, well, mostly when they're warmer, because I don't care too much about the size personally. I put very small things out. They say you shouldn't, but mine always work fine. Um, I take this once it's warmer outside, and this has it's probably like this tall. I'll take this whole cup and put it in one hole and make one big cilantro plant, or maybe
Oh,
I'll
you
just
do?
how much I have, but I still have more seeds, so I'm gonna keep probably do another 2 cups next week just to be succession sowing, and then I watered some of the stuff outside on my balcony. Not enough. I only watered a few plants. It's nice to see some things are already starting to come back from the cold. Like this eggplant already has a new leaf on it coming on.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks. There were a couple dead leaves like after the cold, but it's bouncing back.
Yeah.
Bouncing back, so it's nice to see. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously some losses, but I think I don't know. I feel like I haven't spent a lot of time on the internets. Yes, with an S. I haven't spent a lot of time on the internets, but it seems like the overarching message, at least for people in Florida, is just everybody's discouraged and down by all the freezing, all their trees are gone. And I'm not saying it is disappointing, but it's not stopping nothing. I guess is what I'm saying. There were losses. Losses will be had, sure. But oh look, can y'all hear that? You'll hear in a minute.
Yeah.
We're in
Can't
Miami.
tell what it is. It just sounds like a bunch of noise.
Oh, salsa. We're in Miami. Anyway, someone driving by with their very loud music in their car. Or maybe it's one of those party buses with the speaker outside. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, yeah, losses will be had, but I'm not letting it stop nothing. Every week I always do something for creating more plants, whether that's starting seeds, cutting, root propagation, whatever that is. And I hadn't done anything this week for adding to my plants, so that's why I sowed the cilantro seeds. Because I'm always trying to start new plants, constantly planting something. And so that was my contribution to that, to my food security. But yeah, not stopping. It's discouraging. I also, what do you call it? I also harvested some licorice basil seeds. I just clipped them off the plant and laid them on a paper towel to let them dry. There's still a lot more on the plant. I'll show you guys. There's still a lot more on the seeds, but they're still like flowering. I'm gonna let them dry a little bit more. But I took off some of the other ones, the drier ones. But yeah, I decided I tried a little bit of this. I don't hate it. I don't like licorice, for anyone who's wondering. I don't like licorice, but licorice basil. I mean, me, the overwhelming flavor is basil. There's a little bit of licorice type. And
I think we have to remember, sister, though, but just like everything, you don't even really know what it really tastes like. So you might actually like licorice, like real licorice, but not like candied science red number 30, red dye number 30 with licorice like flavoring.
I'll find something to do with this. I was grateful for the free seeds, and I will find something to do with it. And if nothing else, the pollinators love it. I just had some bees on this right before y'all got on. I'm hoping they don't show up again while I'm on, because I would only be running inside my house, but closing the door. I want to be inside. I gotta get up and close the door to make sure the bee doesn't come in the house. Anyway,
there's nothing in the house for them. They don't want to go in there.
Yeah, but it's hard to get them out sometimes because the ceilings are 25 feet tall, and now there's bees up there, and I can get them out. I have a net on this door that I don't, if I'm not outside or coming in, keep it closed, screen, so it keeps the bugs out. But anyway, that's what I did, and yeah, when we finish, I'll finish watering everything inside and outside. I haven't watered inside plants yet. And I think that's really all I've done so far today, but that's plenty, other than like, domestic things, ironing clothes, cleaning the kitchen and stuff.
I was just looking. I'm pretty sure I dirtied every dish I own.
Which is not saying a lot for us. I mean,
that's true. But still, it's a lot of dishes for one person. It feels like a lot. So I still have to clean my kitchen today too before I call it a day.
My kitchen 3 times today already. I have a tea blend that my husband likes to have at bedtime. I'm out of that. I dry it and put it into like a large jar. I'm out of that, so I'm going to refill his so that while I'm gone at the farm, he can still keep making it at bedtime. So I'm going to do that. It's kind of self-reliance, making my own teas. I'll do that.
Definitely is.
Yeah. All of this is.
Totally. I was also thinking when you're talking about feeling discouraged because of winter losses, I feel like maybe I'm just weird, or I know I am weird, but
yeah.
For me, it's not discouraging. It's like the push. Like,
absolutely,
it's the reason why I'm like, oh shit, I need to get it together. I need to get out because I had losses. Like, it's not discouraging. It's motivating or encouraging. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the reason why I need to do more and do better because I had losses.
Right. Agreed.
Or I'm assuming I had some. I'm sure I have. I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah.
Because also for me, just because it looks dead, for me, I haven't pronounced it dead yet. It just looks dead. Like,
that's the message that I keep when I'm commenting on people's videos. That's the message I keep trying to put out there. Just because what's above ground is dead doesn't mean it's dead from the root. So I'm saying I would not give up on the plant entirely just because all the leaves are brown and it looks terrible. Or even if you scrape it and it looks brown, personally, I'm not sure that means that things that are below, or that things that are below the ground are probably still alive.
Yeah.
And so
The
I would
root.
down or whatever. Wait, whatever you want to do. Eventually it'll die and fall down anyway. And some stuff will come up from the root. It's gonna come up. I wouldn't
Yeah.
just take it out of the ground because it looks brown on the top.
No. Yeah. The root is still alive, which is actually the source of the plant. I think most people think if it doesn't have leaves, which I did too when I was first starting.
Yeah.
If it drops leaves, that means it's dead. If the leaves go brown, it's dead or dying. You know, like these are all signs that it's a rat, basically. But that's not actually true.
Haven't you had the experience where even you have a tree and you scrape the cambium like all the way down and it's just brown, 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 but then you cut it at ground level and it sprouts back up from the ground? I'm like, because I know some people are saying, oh, but I scraped the bark and it's brown, so that means it's dead. That means this is dead, but it doesn't mean
that tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That tree, that stem is dead. Yeah. Yeah. Happens to my figs every year. I can't even literally, if you walk through the agroforest, you can't even see where figs were planted.
Yeah.
And then in March, usually beginning of March, I start seeing figs coming up from the ground. I'm like, oh, there was a fig there. Oh man, there's a fig over there. And then I see the tag laying on the ground next to where I had a fig tag attached to the dead stem.
Yeah.
They grow from the ground. My bananas also die all the way down to the ground every year. And they grow back up.
Yeah. It ain't over till it's over.
It's not. Avocado.
Oh yeah.
Twice so far, my avocado has died. Ice cream bean. My ice cream bean plant dies all the way down.
Definitely. Mine too.
Oh, it does? Oh.
Right here. I'm gonna show you right here.
I was just looking at mine on the front porch. That's why I thought about it. Is that ice cream bean?
It was.
Wow, mine looks better than yours. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Let me show you mine. Now I'm gonna go show you.
Yours, though, right?
Huh?
Yours is inside, so yours has been warmer than mine.
Mine's outside, girl. My front porch. We're about to go out there right now.
But this happens every year. This is not concerning. This is what it'll be fine. The roots.
You see it?
Oh, this is the one we got from.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Yeah.
Echo Farm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so that's why yours looks better. Mine looks like that at the farm. This is one I grew from seed.
Oh. Well, since we're out here, look at my loquat.
Oh yeah, looks great. Yeah, that's a great winter fruit, y'all. Evergreen winter fruiting.
A little bit of new growth on it.
Cool. Totally unfazed.
Look at my avocado next to it.
Not as big of a fan of the cold weather yet.
But it's not dead.
Right, and you can chop those leaves off, y'all. That's mulch. It's brown.
I don't know for sure. I said that so confidently. I don't know for sure this isn't dead, but last year it grew back, so I don't believe it's dead.
I don't know for sure it is dead, so we'll give it a chance once it gets warmer.
Let's see. Oh, here's my other avocado.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and if you don't like looking at it like that, chop the leaves down and just wait.
I'm personally leaving these leaves on because I feel like it's providing a little bit of.
I'm not saying you, but I know some people just don't like looking at their plants look like that. I'm like, if it bothers you, clip them off, but just leave the roots on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much everything up here looks, look at my lemongrass.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's going to grow back.
It will, from the roots.
Every year. I'm going to cut all this down in a few months. I'm going to use all that for mulch. And then this is going to grow back up from the bottom, from the pot.
Totally. It's basically straw mulch. And
Yeah. Every year this grows back. Look at my aloe.
Oh.
Yeah. Looks really bad.
Yeah, it's not happy.
It's also going to grow back.
It is. Yeah.
Or at least it has grown back every year.
Yeah.
Look at my little baby collard.
Looking great.
Yeah, there's actually 2 plants here.
I know it's not Sunday and I don't want to get to preaching, but I feel like there's so many parallels to gardening and life. And I think gonna see you're gonna see in the next few months who the people are who, they take some losses, a few of their plants die, and they just rip everything out of the ground and give up on growing food because one little obstacle makes them turn around. And I think it's the same in life. If one little obstacle makes you turn around, like you're not going very far. You're gonna keep turning around every time something stands in your way. Versus
You
people
absolutely
like
are.
who are like, what's the lesson to be learned in this? What can I gain from this experience and keep it moving? It's a bump in the road. It's not a stop sign for most of us.
Absolutely.
I mean, those of us who are survivors, who are thriving,
Right.
we're going to keep pushing.
I think if you're naturally like that, which we are, but also I think for people who aren't naturally like that, but have a little bit more experience with growing, you know that it's not really over. You know what I'm saying? And you start to learn what stuff comes back, which may help with your own personal life. You
Yeah.
might learn some lessons from your plants and then start applying it to your life. If you're not naturally a fighter or a pusher or whatever, you'll learn some resilience from your plants.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to take more than a couple brown leaves to make us quit growing our food. I mean, yeah.
Especially once you understand seasonality.
Yeah. And get used to the high quality food you're producing for yourself and recognize that that's what we deserve. That's what we deserve to eat. I deserve to eat high quality, highly nutritious, delicious food, and I got to grow it for myself. So one terrible winter, which it does suck. Again, I'm not saying have your
Sucks.
be disappointed, be angry. Yeah. I mean, yeah, have your moments, but keep it moving is what.
So disappointing.
So it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I am just my valerian I didn't show you. Doesn't look very good. But I don't believe it's dead just because
Just because.
maybe yeah. Period.
Period. Yeah.
I've actually never grown that. This is my first time getting valerian to grow. I started it last winter. It was my winter sowing. It's a medicinal herb that helps with your sleeping. I winter sowed it last winter, 2024, and I actually got it to grow, and I kept it alive all summer, shockingly, and it was looking really good. But then it got snowed on, and now it doesn't look so good. But I know that it likes cool weather, cool, and can handle cold weather. I'm just not sure how cold it can handle, but we finna find out
We are.
because I'm not throwing that pot out. There's still a little bit of green left on it. They look a little sad, but I watered it yesterday. It's going to be warm for the next week. So hopefully that'll help it, bounce back a little bit. And
Yep.
yeah,
Be a signal for growth. Yeah. Pruning a little
yeah,
bit to growth.
hopefully.
As it warms up, I'm saying it's starting to warm up, and that'll be a good signal.
I just meant for me, it's going to be warm, but then it's going cold again. So, but still, just to have a week though of warmth.
Not as cold, right?
Huh?
Not as cold though, right?
I mean, we're not out of the clear for frost.
That's
February is my coldest month.
That's
So potentially I could have another frost, which I don't know, could mean snow. I don't know. At this point, I just feel like it's so unpredictable. But I think the 1 week of warmth will help it to at least get a little stronger, even if more frost or more cold comes afterwards. Hopefully, that'll make it a little bit stronger because I had that 1 week of warm weather to kind of bounce back a little bit.
the tree that I'm going to be most heartbroken about. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying though. I'm not saying not to care if your trees have died, and so I'm sharing in a moment of vulnerability. Uh, the tree that I love more than my other trees. Actually, there's two that I love.
Don't say it too loud. Your other trees are going to hear you.
So they won't hear that I love more than my others. And when I go to the farm, I'm expecting they're probably going to be dead. Well, look dead. They're probably going to look dead, and it's going to be what?
Guava?
No, that's going to be fine. Yeah, no. Even if it looks brown, it'll be fine.
I'm trying to think of the ones you love more. Oh, the mango. Avocado.
No, you said it right. The Hayden mango. I have 2 Hayden mango trees, and
Hayden mango and the
and I really want it. And it looks so beautiful, and they're so ready to give fruit. I think this summer, and Yeah, we went down to 16 at the farm last weekend. I know they're not built for that. It's gonna hurt, is what I'm saying. But however, it's not stopping nothing. It's not.
And also, they're not presumed dead yet.
And my sour I said they're gonna look the way they're gonna look is gonna hurt me. It's gonna sting. Ugh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, hurt
Yeah.
right there. Like ugh. Yeah, it's gonna. My soursops. I have like I think four to six soursop trees. They're very small, little seedlings. I know they're every winter they just keep dying back, and this is the coldest winter I've had in years, so I know they're gonna look. It's not. They're not gonna be dead, but they're gonna die to the ground, which is discouraging because then I have to keep starting over.
Yeah, because it stunts their growth.
Yeah, how do people get these trees this big?
Yeah.
Just keep
Yeah.
dying in winter. But anyway,
That's what I've been questioning about my ice cream bean and my avocado. I feel like maybe I need to do better or have a different strategy and like bring them in.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next year for my soursop. I got a family friend gave me some um, soursop seeds from Guyana. I got a bag of them, so I'm gonna sow those when it starts warming up, and I'm gonna keep a bunch on my balcony for a year or two. Yeah,
So that the trees can get up to size.
yeah. Get them up to size, and they'll probably be on my balcony for 2 or 3 years. Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
I have a few like that here that have just been here for 2 or 3 years, just because I want to overwinter them. Because I'm in Miami, it's warmer than it gets colder at the farm, so I overwinter them at home, so I can bring them inside if it gets too cold, even here. And at the farm, I have nowhere to bring them inside that's temperature controlled or warmer. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, I'm making a mental note to myself of ones that I for next winter that I'm gonna bring in. I think I'm gonna do my ice cream bean and probably my avocados at least. But I have two avocados inside, but I'm probably gonna bring in my bigger avocados. I'm gonna bring inside. I think
yeah,
this coming winter and
yeah.
yeah, let them get a little. I'm not gonna do grow lights or heat mats or none of that. I'm just gonna bring them inside to protect them from frost.
I'll keep this in mind for next summer when I start planting more avocado seeds. To maybe I'll save some space on my balcony to let some grow up bigger for you, because we can get them through. For me, the winter they don't die. They might get brown. Like I'll show you this one. Let's see if I can turn this around. Ooh, I almost hit end. Not that one. Yeah, they might get a little brown like this in the winter, but they don't die. These are all avocados. But maybe I can let some get to be like 3 or 4 feet tall here over like a couple winters and then give it to you to save a little space here. Usually I just
Well,
move these to the
I
farm.
appreciate that, sister. But it's gonna have to be bigger than that because I have one that's like 4 feet. That one outside that I showed you is in a 5 gallon, and that one dies down. Like it needs to be even. I'm gonna have to bring that inside. Basically, is what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
I would still have to bring it in, so you don't have to use
maybe
your.
it's not height.
Say that again.
Maybe it's thickness of the trunk and not just height. Maybe as far
Right.
as like ability to withstand the cold. I mean, avocado is not a winter fruit, so
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I think if it were a little bit larger, but I believe it's going to take me, I can see from from my experience, it's going to take me multiple years
yeah,
bringing it in and keeping it warm or protecting it from frost for a few years to get it up to size to be able to put it outside,
yeah.
like in ground.
I'm also, I don't know, this is going to be an experiment and interesting to see when I get back to the farm in a few days, but I'm also kind of betting that because I'm growing in a food forest way, a syntropic agroforestry, things are growing together like a real forest. So I see a lot of things on the interior that aren't going to get as much cold. They'll be treated. So
Yeah.
I think the outside of the rows will probably have been hit by the frost and be dead. But my hope and expectation is the stuff that's inside the rows will be and won't be as damaged from the cold. But we'll see. But I think because of how I'm growing in layers and with things really densely, that they'll keep each other a little bit warmer than like most people growing their stuff 20, 30 feet apart, one tree, and then 20 feet away, there's another tree. They're getting hit by all this
Yeah.
cold and frost. And
Yeah. I believe that that's definitely going to help for sure. That'll be a benefit. I just think, or at least for me, because it's getting colder than it normally gets, like I feel like maybe there's not enough protection, like my outside stuff. can't even take it to be able to protect my inside stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I'm saying maybe going forward, maybe I'm sacrificing the stuff on the outside. Like I put a jackfruit. This experiment this year was I think I showed some videos, showed several videos. I took the jackfruit down underneath a whole bunch of trees. It's like we're gonna see what that one looks like, but I have it so insulated around so many plants. It's literally underneath. I just know it's there. So to me, it'll be interesting to see because every year the jackfruit as soon as the temps get below like 50, all the leaves drop around. It looks terrible, and I'm starting over every summer, which is fine. It grows fast, but I wanted to see if maybe I could not have so much loss this year if I insulated it more and created very much a microclimate. So far, that's worked really well, but I also haven't gone down into such low temps as we did last weekend. But
Yeah.
what I've seen so far this winter, with my typical winter, the jackfruit normally would have been dead by now, and it still had green leaves on it. This is already reassuring. And I kept a few jackfruits here for that same reason, to try to keep them. I just noticed this morning that they still have one of them looks great actually. Hell yeah!
Nice.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, wow, this one still looks great. Normally this will look so terrible by February.
So small. Or skinny. It looks really, really skinny.
Yeah, I grew this from seed. But anyway, this has been like my backup, my insurance. I don't know, I think I've got like 6 or 8 jackfruits I grew from seed I got.
Nature's amazing. It doesn't even look like it can hold up them leaves.
I eat a lot of jackfruit. I eat a lot of unripe jackfruit as like a meat substitute, shredded chicken type. But I buy it in cans. I can buy it when it's in season. I can buy it from my fruit stand. That's how I got all these seeds. I bought the fruit and then sowed the seed. But I want to be able to provide our jackfruit because as much as canned jackfruits as I buy, and supposedly one tree can produce so much fruit, and I have lots of trees, and so yeah, I would love to be able to. I'm canning my own jackfruit, my own unripe jackfruit, pressure canning it and saving it and eating it all year. Yeah, I would like to be able to provide our jackfruit.
Be awesome. I tried a jackfruit. I think I'm done for now. It didn't take much. Like it wasn't even really winter for real, and it was.
I bet. I'm trying to figure out how to get it through my summer. I mean, my winter. So I know yours is yeah.
I tried it once, but yeah, I got enough experiments going right now. Maybe in the future I'll try again, but yeah. Right now,
one of these days.
Experiment.
What?
I say yeah, but right now basically my whole life is an experiment, so I'm just not introducing any others right now. But
I'm hoping to get some going for us. So
that would be amazing.
I still think it's a successful for me for jackfruit because this has been enough. I'm just trying something different every winter. This winter for jackfruit, it's already a success because I already have more survived jackfruit I had last winter. So yeah, this has worked well, and I'm prayerful, hopeful that I have in the ground that I think will be good. And even if it's died down, it's been in the ground for so long. I know that the roots are stable. That when it warms up, it's proud up. And my plan is to cut all the pitches all around it if they're not dead, cold. So just cut out a hole to come up in the summer.
That makes sense.
But right now, it's barely getting any sun or anything. It's just like, but it doesn't need it right now from the cold.
But probably because it's so small, would it maybe need that shade for
yeah, that's why I planted it that way. Towards the end of summer, I planted it in this cove of
yeah, I've seen it
to give it the shade, thinking also that I'll keep it be great for winter to protect it as well, keep it here. And then when summer comes, I'm gonna chop and drop all those pigeon trees anyway, so just cut it all back and then open up a hole. We'll see. I think it'll work.
Well, that's all that matters.
No, I think all that matters is that I'm trying things.
I'm saying all that, but you wouldn't keep trying things if you didn't think it was going to work. I'm saying really all we need is like, that's what my reoccurring theme, which is why my live tomorrow is titled A Happy Dose of Delusion. All you need is to have a little bit of delusion to be like, oh, this is going to make it. I have no real founded reason to believe this is going to work or this is going to grow or this is still alive. But I have a little bit of belief / delusion that this is all going to be fine.
I think in addition to delusion, I have the security of knowing I always have multiple things. I'm doing things multiple. I don't have one jackfruit and I'm just praying for it. Like I have different ones growing in different conditions and different places.
Right.
So I have the security of like, okay, this one dies. I got another one. I'll just pull it out and yeah.
That's true.
From seed. I'm not talking about going $1 on a nursery tree and praying.
Which I believe even our strategy requires a level of delusion because who's buying jackfruit from a stand, eating all of it, saving all the seeds and planting it, and you don't have a lot of space, but you're like, I'm gonna make room and put stuff under chairs and all around wherever, like underneath my bed, wherever it has to go.
Making it
grow. I'm saying you have to be a level of crazy, I feel like.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Which
I'll be that.
I'm not mad at it.
Nope. Yeah, great stopping point.
Forget.
You can talk to me in real life.
That's true, I could.
Appreciate y'all joining. Hope you have a great weekend. I won't be on live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sacred Sunday, and I hope you have a beautiful Sacred Sunday. And I'll catch y'all Monday on live again with Farmer Letitia. And you can catch her live tomorrow, solo.
Solo dolo. Thank y'all for joining the Growers Group chat. Remember, you can't grow all the food the people need, but the people need all the food you can grow. Hope you can join me tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'll be out on the farm, so we're going to see what it looks like out there. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.